Thunderstorms hitting western Washington right now, bringing a lot of lightning and rain in the Seattle area. We're tracking the storms closely as they move through the area. It is a weather-worn day. That rain, thunder, and lightning rolling through western Washington right now. Our network of tower cameras are giving you a good look at the storms as they move through the area. The weather radar also shows the storm cells that include plenty of lightning this morning. Meteorologist George Waldenberger is tracking this lightning, which, George, is now moving to the north.
It is. It's drifting farther and farther north. And did you know we only average 7 thunderstorm days per year? That's what makes today especially unique. Now, it's a KOMO weather warn day because the rain is going to create slick spots on the roadways, and there could be more accidents into the lunch hour. Also, lightning may spark future wildfires, and we have a red flag warning issued just for the lightning risk alone. Now, there will be some isolated lightning and thunder. The good news is we're not anticipating severe thunderstorms, those that would produce large hail or damaging winds, although gusty thunderstorm winds may be above 40 miles per hour possible, and some even small-sized hail. Here's a look at Seattle. We had the thunderstorms roll right over downtown, the Space Needle earlier. That first batch is shifting north, but we have another batch shifting in from the south. Look at all the lightning here in western Washington. Let's do a scan. We can actually count the strikes. In the last half hour, between 100 and 200 strikes for western Washington, all the way down toward northern Oregon. This is an intense line of thunderstorms, or cluster of thunderstorms, I could say. There's the first batch. It's drifting north. It's actually weakened as it headed toward shoreline Kenmore. We have a downpour near Redmond, and this rain is coming down pretty good, up to an inch an hour or more briefly in spots, and there's another downpour approaching White Center near Sea-Tac Airport. Here's a fun fact for you. Look at our rainfall totals. 2/10 of an inch. That's almost a quarter of an inch of rain in Seattle today so far. That makes today our wettest July day since 2019. And if we get up to a half inch, we'll go all the way back to 2014 or even before that for our wettest July day. It's not that much rain, but remember, July is on average our driest month of the year, and heavy downpours aren't as common in this month as they are during the fall and winter months. Sea-Tac Airport also quite wet. We continue to tally up the rain gauge there. And all in all, this is beneficial rain, but remember, it does come with lightning, and that lightning has the risk of wildfires. Again, July typically a dry month, so heavy rainfall like this, a little less common, but can happen. As you can see, it's happening now. If you go past the last 6 Julys all the way back to 2020, our monthly rainfall has been 2/10 of an inch or less. And we received that in the last couple of hours here at Sea-Tac Airport. These are our rainfall estimates. In blue, we're generally talking about maybe a quarter of an inch to up to a half inch, but there are spots here, Morton, Mossy Rock, over toward the foothills of Mount Rainier, where you see greens. That's where the mountains and the air flowing up and over them, that enhances the upward motion, and we get stronger thunderstorms that produce more rain. So we have some 1 to 2 inch rainfall totals in the mountains. Here's the culprit. We've been tracking this low for days on multiple capacities. First off, it's been directing wildfire smoke in around it from Canada the last couple of days, and now the south to north flow on the east side of it is why the thunderstorms are drifting from south to north. And you can see all the thunderstorm activity. Right now it's primarily Seattle, down toward Tacoma, over toward Puyallup, and then along the ocean beaches. But what's going to happen in the afternoon is this cluster of showers and thunderstorms is slowly going to build to the north. So if you're watching us from Whidbey Island, KOMO Island, Mount Vernon, San Juan Islands, Bellingham, Whatcom County, North Washington Cascades, it may be fine right now, but just realize the thunderstorms are drifting that direction, and so will the lightning, and it will gradually build that way over the next few hours. Morton, Mossy Rock, it's been quite stormy here, even some small hail earlier, and we still have more lightning. Elk Plain, Parkland, Puyallup, Park Ridge, Graham, some isolated lightning, but the storms aren't as strong. That's been the trend. They've actually been weakening as they come off the mountains and drift farther to the north. So Des Moines, Vashon Island, the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, all the way up toward Bain Bridge and Bremerton, Burien, and Renton. We have some scattered light rain there. We zoom in toward the intersection of I-5 and 405, Tukwila over towards Sea-Tac and Burien, White Center. There's that little cluster of heavy rain that's going to drift back into downtown Seattle. Redmond, Duval, Seattle Hill, the scattered rain continues. Port Ludlow, Kingston, and Paulsville starting to see the rain begin. And we can do a storm track. It's moving north around 30 miles per hour. That puts us in Arlington at 11:19 a.m. That's when the rains begin to pick up at the current rate. Conway around 11:47 a.m. We can go farther to the northwest. Crescent, Port Angeles, Sequim. We have lightning here all the way towards CQ and Lake Crescent, and it's been quite stormy here. Willapa Bay, Long Beach Peninsula, Ocean Park. More lightning passing right now, some heavier rainfall totals, and this is just going to drift right back toward Grayland, toward Westport, toward Hoquiam, toward Aberdeen. And we can storm track it. Moclips, 11:37 a.m. The rain picks back up in Tohola about 11:45. So this is going to be the trend. We have a couple hours of this. It shifts to the north, and then it's going to weaken. If you're in Seattle or on the south side of Seattle, the worst is actually behind you. But I've actually superimposed our red flag warning on top of this so you can see the lightning strikes and where we have the risk of wildfires. Thankfully, right now, they don't overlap, but they likely may later today over the Olympic Mountains and the North Washington Cascades. The red flag warning, that's the risk of wildfires that could be sparked by the lightning, and then the thunderstorm winds can fan the flames and make things that much worse. So that'll be in effect through the afternoon in the areas that I just pointed out. Here's Westport as we get ready for another round of rain. We've had off and on showers here in Olympia at the airport. And one more stop, we'll go hour by hour. Notice our forecast is quite optimistic in Seattle. I would at least put showers in the next couple of hours and the slight chance for a stray shower later today. But coming up, Molly, what I'm going to do is I'll use Futurecast. We'll show hour by hour how the thunderstorms will move for the rest of the day. I'll have more of these hour by hour forecasts for other locations like Olympia, Tacoma, Everett, and Bellingham. And we'll also look at your extended forecast. And you know what? It's going to be interesting to see how quickly we go back to our near perfect weather.
We do have a lot to talk about, George. I'll actually have you stand by. I have some questions for you. But first, I want to get to some of these videos that we're seeing. We're watching as people are posting to social media as the storm passes over. We've seen people on the tarmac at Sea-Tac Airport with that heavy rain coming down. There has been a ground stop at Sea-Tac for departing flights. That's what some of these posts are referring to. Lots of people also sharing that angry-looking radar, including the National Weather Service, which is tracking this story minute by minute. And be sure to follow KOMO reporters, including Jeremy Harris, who posted some lightning strikes we recorded right next to our building and the Space Needle. And here's a live look at Sea-Tac Airport right now. Oh, very wet roadways, lots of traffic. And again, there is a temporary ground stop there for departures as the storm passes through. Remember, we want to see your photos and videos as well, as long as it is safe to take them. Be sure to post whatever weather video you get to KOMOnews.com. And this type of storm is exactly why we call these weather warn days, to alert you as early as possible. It's why you want to download the KOMO News app. Our app gives you all of these weather alerts and real-time forecasts, traffic, and breaking news. Just find the KOMO News app wherever you download your apps. Check out this other video that we have into the newsroom showing a few lightning strikes right over the Seattle Space Needle. Our photographer Doug Pigsley just got this video from one of the balconies right here on KOMO Plaza. Let's get back to meteorologist George Waldenberger now, tracking these thunderstorms as they move through. George, thunder and lightning storms, they just aren't particularly common here. I think you mentioned we average around 7 a year. So what exactly is happening right now weather-wise that's all coming together to make this storm happen? Yeah, so why today? Well, you think about it, the last couple of days have been quite warm, and we typically talk about how heat fuels thunderstorms. That is true, but if you go outside right now, temperatures are only in the 50s. That's not that warm. The culprit is this low, and we've been tracking this for a while. It did come from farther up north, and this is a cold low, which means as you go up into the atmosphere, that air is really pretty cold. If you go up maybe 3 to 4 miles high, the air temperature is maybe 0 to 10 degrees. So that drop off from 50s, the 50s at low level, to near 0 degrees at 4 miles high, that temperature contrast is still enough to create the heat near the ground level, that 50-degree air or temperatures in the 50s, to rise up vigorously and create these thunderstorms. So you can either be warm at the surface or very cool aloft. This time, Molly, we're doing the latter. And George, lightning is particularly worrisome with the fire danger on both sides of the mountains. You were detailing that with the lightning strikes and the red flag warning. Is it any help right now that this does come with some rain?
It is help, especially in Western Washington, when we really have yet to see our wildfire season start up. So this will all be beneficial rain, and this will maybe hold off the onset of wildfire season just a little bit longer. So that's great. The problem is not everybody is going to see high rainfall amounts, and there will be some spots that actually don't get much rain at all. So if you couple that with a lightning strike, you can still get wildfires. East of the Cascades, the rainfall amounts aren't nearly as high. So that's where the problem is going to be even more severe. And also realize you can get a lightning strike and it can rain, and you can get a smoldering area that can linger a day, maybe even longer, and that can eventually lead to a wildfire when things dry back out.
Right, that's a big concern. George, you gave us kind of a breakdown of when storm will be in different places around the region, but can you kind of boil it down for me of just how long the storm will last, and then what's the next weather maker that you're watching? Okay,
that's a great question. So here's the deal. This is a brief dash and go thunderstorm, or I should say dine and dash thunderstorm. That's what the National Weather Service in Seattle called it, and I think that's quite clever because it came in, it drops a few thunderstorms, it drifts to the north for the afternoon, and that's pretty much it. So we have a couple hours of rain and thunder here. Not a high chance of severe thunderstorms that produce a lot of damage, which is also a bonus. And then things will clear out. So then what happens? We return to near perfect weather the next couple of days. And then next week, Molly, the heat ridge on the other side of the country, that's not done yet. Looks like that'll build our direction, and we could see a return to the heat, even hotter than the last couple of days next week.
What a swing. All right, George, thank you. Let's get another look around with some of our tower cameras where you can see it is still raining. Plenty of rain right there on the lens. We've got the clouds, pretty dark skies in spots around the Seattle area and beyond. Those storms, as George detailed for us, are now moving north with thunder and lightning still happening right now. And let's get to a couple more of your photos posted to X. Michael, the weather guy, posted this view of the storm over Puget Sound. How eerie looking. And check out this video from Ray in Beacon Hill. He called the lightning a little bit frightening as it passed by. We also have a video here posted from Everett. Lots of action there, too. Boy, they got some great shots of the lightning brightening up the sky. If you can take these pictures or videos safely, we'd love to see you post them to X and tag us at KOMO News. Or you can post your photos to komonews.com/chime in, and we may be able to show your images right here next.